Hello, I'm Sean, you Movie Madman, and I'm back. And today, I haven't got a 4K to show you, but I have got a normal Blu-ray for a new release, mainly because this wasn't released in 4K. Today, we're going to be talking about The Black Phone. So, saw this in the cinema, a little bit of a slight horror film about kidnapping. But then there's a little twist. There's something in the room that the kid is kidnapped in. I don't know if you knew what that was. It's a black phone. He gets phone calls, and he answers the phone. Says hello. And scary things happen. Really scary. Anyway, we're gonna open this because it's new. Cool, look. I forgot to put the title on the disc. I hope I don't lose that disc. Cool, I won't know where to put it because there's no title on it. There is a back cover for this as well. I'm still going to have a look at this. Why wouldn't I? Because I can still say this looks really good on Blu-ray, or I could say this don't look very good on Blu-ray. Just get it on DVD. Just get it on DVD. But yeah, have a look. I'm going to have a look, and I'll be back in a sec. So, The Black Phone, eh? What's that about? Small child gets kidnapped by Ethan Hawke, who's this guy on the front cover here. Ethan Hawke is a serial kidnapper that likes to kidnap kids, keep them in a basement for a little while, and then he kills them. Interesting job choice. But yeah. So then, the main kid of this film, that is the kidnap victim of this movie, then obviously he gets kidnapped and put in this same room, and there's a black phone in there. Who knew? The black phone is disconnected, and then it starts to ring. Horror film. Wouldn't expect anything more from Blumhouse, and that was exactly what I expected when I went into this film, and it completely blew me away. So it turns out that this disconnected black phone starts ringing the kid, and it turns out that on the other end are the spirits, or the dead kids that have been killed, are giving him calls, trying to give him hints on how to get out, even though it's not get out, it's the black phone. So these kids then give him a really good escape plan, and so they try and help go back home because they don't want them to be prisoners. So for a Blumhouse horror film, I was actually quite surprised how much I enjoyed this. I do find a lot of the time when I watch Blumhouse movies that the films are all based on the soundtrack, and if the soundtrack don't make you jump every 30 seconds, then apparently it's not scary. Although we all know that just because a film's got jump scares in it doesn't necessarily mean it's scary. This film has got jump scares in it, but it didn't necessarily mean that it was scary. I don't know if I would go as far as to say it was scary. I can see where it was meant to be scary, but horror films just I don't really react to horror films like that. Sorry. Not because I'm really odd. I look at films completely differently. So when people are like, oh, that's really violent, I'll be like, well, it's not actually, is it? It's just makeup and special effects, or really bad CGI. So it doesn't really bother me from that perspective. There are people I know that will watch a horror film and then they'll be like looking behind them when they're walking home just to like make sure Michael Myers isn't following them or something stupid like that. And you're like, Michael Myers is a fictional character, right? And people are like, oh, but it plays on your mind. And it's like, but it doesn't, does it? Because if it's playing on your mind, then you're obviously thinking that it's real, and it's not. So I think a lot of people would get on with films a lot better if they just understood that they're not real and what they're watching isn't actually happening. The amount of people I know that think that when people have sex in a film, they're actually having sex, and you're just like, do you have any idea like how many GDPR rules that would ruin, and how many lawsuits all these people would be getting? Like, how stupid do you get? Like, no, you're not. They're not having sex. It's called acting. Morons. I'm gonna shut up now. If you like horror films, I'd say go for the Black Phone. It's original. I enjoyed it. It looks good on Blu-ray as well. It was a shame that it wasn't released in 4K. They only put it on Blu-ray. They didn't even release it on 4K in the US, so I couldn't even get it imported, which was rude. But you know, we got it on Blu-ray. It's a good looking picture on Blu-ray, to be fair. When you put it in a 4K player, you get a little bit of an upscale anyway. But I thought it was a good looking picture. Good sound as well. Good all round. Which is good, isn't it? Yeah. So that's it for today. I'm going to be back with another video very soon, as you probably know. If you could like this and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you again soon. Okay? Goodbye.